How's it going, guys? This is Mouseball. How's it going, guys? This is Mouseball, and this is the Attack Mouse Nation, and we're actually in Daniel's Mustang GT with the 5-liter Coyote engine in it. Yep. Now, believe it or not, we're actually going to go through the same Mouseball loop we went through with Mouseball, only in the Mustang. And as you can hear, with that exhaust note, which is absolutely throaty and just balls out awesome. I mean, I couldn't keep the emotions bottled inside because that noise is just staggering.
Okay, go ahead.
Holy Christ, man. Big difference going from Mouseball to this. I mean, you can definitely feel the acceleration. And I mean, I really had to hammer gears to get Mouseball to go. But this car, it's instantaneous power. But that exhaust system sounds incredible. I mean, wow.
And even in the cabin, the thing that I like about it, it's really not loud in here. You could actually have like a normal conversation.
Yeah, an over conversation, and obviously you can still hear that exhaust note, which is really awesome. You're kind of like, you know, talking through an operatic concerto of sorts. I mean,
that's a good way of putting it.
It's really incredible. So right here, we're passing the first exit and we're on to Palm Beach, an undisclosed location.
An undisclosed location.
But we're on our way to the Mouseball Loop in Palm Beach. And the thing is that this video is going on my channel to actually tell you about Daniel's YouTube channel, which, like I said in the previous video, we don't quite have a name for it yet, but I'm pretty sure Daniel will come up with a name for his channel for his Mustang GT and his experience with the car. Now, he's going to give you a backstory on his purchase experience. He's going to fill you in on, you know, what he does for a living, right through here, yeah, to actually get a car like this and what it is to actually live with it.
All right, so my particular Mustang, it's a 2020 GT Premium. I got it used for, it had 9,000 miles and I got it for about 33,000, which brand new MSRP, a GT Premium usually goes for the mid 40s, about 44, 45,000. So
I would say with all the options, it's around 46, 48, yeah, almost 50 grand.
I mean, with that being said, I don't have the performance package, I don't have active exhaust or the digital dash, but I mean, I still have the leather seating, those different sport modes, the 10-speed automatic, pretty much what you would need in the car to have fun.
Exactly.
So I'm not really too concerned about not having the other options. So
all right, so
really
you're focused. So yeah, no, and do focus on your driving because we're in a much more powerful car. So we're gonna just follow this Tacoma, and what you're gonna notice is, like we did in Mouseball, you're gonna cut right into this area where you see those little pylons, so we can go around the roundabout. So we're just gonna follow this Tacoma right through there. And obviously this car is a lot wider, so you know he has to be a little bit more careful and slow down a little bit more going through. But this car, yeah, follow the Tacoma, because if you go through here, we're going to be going through the airport and we're going to be causing a lot of ruckus through there.
Right.
With this car.
Might be louder than the airplanes.
Yeah, exactly. Believe it or not, that's not too far from the truth. So we're going to just circle around this roundabout. Okay. Don't follow the Tacoma, just circle around it. And right where it says that sign, go through here. There you go. Perfect. But this actual car is so spacious that I kind of put the camera mount. Yeah, be careful. There's a cop around the corner right here, so we gotta get it into the 15 mile an hour and lower. And he's actually got the paddle shift 10-speed automatic transmission in here. Now they do have a manual gearbox for some of these Mustangs, but honestly, the gearbox to have is the 10-speed automatic. Simply because, you know, with the paddle shifts, you kind of feel like you're in an exotic car. And with the 10-speed automatic, you know, honestly, who's going to really beat you? Unless they've got a ZL1 Camaro with a 10-speed or an SS Camaro with a 10-speed. At that point, you know, you've met your match. But other than that, there's not really going to be a whole lot of cars that are going to, you know, run with you. You know, it's just not likely. And from all the YouTube videos of 10-speed Mustangs, kind of like right through here, right in the turn lane, yeah. Because we're heading on to the 9.5.
There we go.
And we're going to take south right back to the shop. So, but again, this is kind of a route where he can get some pretty decent acceleration, but at the same time he needs to be careful because this is where the bend gets really tight. And although Mouseball can confidently take that,
this is my first time around.
Yeah, it's his first time around, and obviously you got to learn this car. So, but that note is out of this world. And I mean, if you have to recommend an exhaust for the Mustang, it would be the Borla, you know, S-type attack system would be perfect for this car. I mean, it really doesn't have any rasp in it, which is fantastic because obviously the Coyote engine has the 4-cam, 32-valve, 5-liter V8, and when you have such a high-revving engine, well, let's just say that a lot of the meat in the exhaust is going to be missing. So if you have the Corsa systems, well, it's just going to sound extremely raspy. It's not going to sound as beefy or as meaty as this actual exhaust system sounds. Now, right through here, over this expansion joint is where people usually lose it, and Daniel went through it nice and easy. Here you want to slow down a bit because the cop does hide in the underpass. We want to get down to 40 around here, just to be careful. And I love that bark.
Oh yeah, the downshifting sounds amazing on this exhaust.
Now the best part is that when we get back on the entrance to Forest Hill going back to the shop, there is an underpass where we'll lower down the windows and we'll get a nice little bark from this. So I cannot wait. And I don't know what Ford did with the transmission tuning, but for a 10-speed transmission, it hits like a 6-speed. So the thing is, you can actually feel the punch between each shift, as opposed to it just being a smooth, linear shift point. It doesn't feel like a CVT, which is great. You want to have a little punch in the back, like you're getting kicked by a horse with a, you know, silk sheet on its hoof. So no doubt about it, you know, that's one thing that the people at Lexus, when they made the LFA, did with their transmission, which was a single clutch, dual clutch transmission. And what they did was they made sure to dial in the actual shift points into it so you could get that nudge in the back and feel like you were driving an actual car that felt like a manual. But the styling of this car is absolutely amazing, extremely aggressive. I love the rear haunch on this because it really gives the feeling of power and it accentuates the lines of this iconic pony car. And actually, there goes Mike, Z06 Mike, right there. We're going to be right behind Z06 Mike right now, which is absolutely incredible.
That's so funny.
Because it's serendipitous at best, the way this is happening. Z06 Mike is headed in our direction.
All right.
And we've actually been waiting to get Mike and Daniel in the same spot. So this is a 9 minutes of nirvana when it comes down to a almost family reunion. Yeah. And having two cars that are complete and utter opposites of each other. I mean, we're talking about a 2002 Z06, which is by far one of the lightest Corvettes they've ever made. It is one of the fastest Corvettes they ever made. They also had it with the titanium exhaust right from the factory. And here we are in a 2020 Mustang with a 5-liter Coyote V8 making 150 more horsepower than that Z06, but weighing just slightly more than the Z06.
So it's a slight trade-off.
It's a slight trade-off, and the reason why Daniel's car would be victorious in a straight line confrontation with the Z06 is the 10-speed transmission that's sitting between this transmission tunnel. So
I'll go ahead
this is pretty crazy, and we're gonna shut up to hear this.
So it definitely screams at higher
Yeah,
RPMs.
no, it does, and I mean the sound is just absolutely incredible. And we're gonna pull up on Z06 mic, and we're just gonna give him a wave.
Wow.
Hey, my name is Jeff Bezos, and I just put a rocket up in the moon that looks like a penis.
I'm what? Oh. Where am I?
Hey!
I also just love the burbles that you get.
Yeah, well, I mean, a natural byproduct of any Mustang is obviously the burbles and the pops from an X pipe or H pipe, depending on what this car actually has under. And I can tell you right now, you just can't beat the sound of this car.
No,
It's
sir, you cannot.
absolutely incredible. And hopefully Mike will be following us here. Probably not. Looks like he's passing right by. I guess he's got somebody with him. But regardless, this was a great experience, guys, and I can't wait for you guys to see this YouTube video. And just before we cut it to a close, please be looking forward to Daniel's channel. He will have a name for it soon. He will give you a complete backstory on his purchase of this car. Obviously, give you kind of a short mini backstory on it. We kind of spent more time listening to the car,
Right.
laughing like little schoolgirls, and you know, screwing around with Mike Z06 while we were on the road. But in general, please be looking forward to his channel. Please like, share, and subscribe when you do get to his channel. I will leave a link to his channel in my newest video in the near future, so that way you guys can easily get to his channel, give him a sub, and you know, make sure to join him on his journey with this Mustang that he just got, because I'm telling you right now, he's breaking into cars. He's liking it a lot. I think he's going to be a great car enthusiast in the near future, and he's going to make a name for himself in the Mustang community, and probably in other communities as well. Hopefully the Corvette community with a mid-engine C8. Who knows?
Possibly. That might be in the future. So,
guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and remember, when you got a sound like this, who needs hard rock? Take it easy, guys. Mouseball out.